Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I'm just going to be talking about my steps towards profitability and my journey towards it, and we're going to be running some back testing in the background. You guys can learn, listen, whatever, but yeah, so I'll just be talking about how I got through a lot of problems and how I learned how to improve myself, actually what trading is, and I actually learned that if I controlled my psychological issues, I could make it, right? So first we're going to talk about like how it was when I started, right? So of course things are really difficult, no matter what line of business you pursue. Doesn't matter if you're doing econ, trading, if you're doing content creation, everything's difficult in the start, but you just got to keep going, right? When I started, I had so many sleepless nights where I was just up thinking like, oh shit, I lost backtesting, right? Not even live market, but just backtesting where I was like, fuck, my win rate is pretty low. I had a 42% win rate, and I was like, how, like, is this even meant for me, right? But honestly, at that point, that's where I realized, like, I'm backtesting, I'm learning, I'm new to this shit. So why am I like stressing over this, right? But that's when you know that you're actually like fully incorporated into something, when practicing just makes you feel like shit, is this even for me, right? There were times where I was like, fuck, I need to like actually pay attention in school. I need to listen to what my parents are saying, listen to their advice about trading doesn't do shit. I need to focus on my studies in school rather than doing what I really wanted to do with my life, and that was trade. But honestly, every time I thought about that, I was like, who am I kidding, right? The only person I'll um, upset, or the only person I'll like the only person who could make me stop believing was me, right? So why would I go against everything I stood for, where I knew that to live the life I wanted, I needed to do something other than school, right? Get out of that rat race type of thing. But that's what kept me going. Like my word to myself, where it was, I know exactly what I need to do to succeed, and I know exactly what I need to get there. And even though I was just starting, I was just so like focused, like tunnel vision on that end goal, where it was just, I can live the life I want, I can give my family the life they want, and I can do that staying at home. I don't have to go anywhere or do anything big to get that done, right? So that's what kept me going. And another big thing I'd recommend to all of you who are new or have been trading for a while, get closer with God, right? Doesn't matter what religion you follow. You could be a Christian, you could be a Hindu, you could be Muslim, does not matter. But you need to get closer with God, right? Because all those dark times, your late nights, staying up, you don't know how things are going to end up, if life is even worth living, right? Because it just looks like nothing's working out. Getting closer with God is the one thing that took me out of those bad thoughts, right? Because I was so focused on the end goal that I was just forgetting about learning and actually listening to what I was preaching, right? Through God, I learned that if I just follow exactly what I know, exactly my model that I have been trading for around a year now, I follow everything I learned, follow everything I taught myself, I will be successful, right? Because I have an 80% win rate, almost, right? 85% win rate. So like, there's no reason I shouldn't be profitable. If I just followed through with all my rules, my psychology and all that shit, I would be profitable, right? So getting in touch with God, him helping me get past the dark nights where I didn't know if this was for me, if I should keep going, if I should just give up and listen to my parents and go back to school, right? If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here now, right? I wouldn't be getting my payouts. I wouldn't be teaching you guys. I wouldn't be teaching other people as well, that it is possible if you just stick with it and actually focus on what you need to do with your life, right? So because of that, I trusted in his ways, because I know God didn't give me that goal or put that goal in my heart and didn't make me fully believe I can live it without a reason, right? He showed me that it's possible through my dreams, through my hard work, late nights. He showed me that it's actually possible to like sit down at my table in the morning, grab a coffee, take my trade, execute it in 10, 15 minutes, be done with the market, call it a day, leave, right? Like as you guys can see in the background, back testing, most of my trades are what, 5 to 10 minutes, and that's literally it. That's my working day done. And I make a really good amount of money. And this is just off 150K account, right? 150K account, $600 average. Think about it. Like, what's the point of going to school when I can earn that just in 15 minutes. Like, that's actually wild. And honestly, none of this came if I hadn't built some sort of discipline, right? Because I started off very jittery on the markets. My heart would be beating really fast. I would just click randomly to enter. I would see a downwards candle I'd enter. I wouldn't follow my model at all, right? And through God, I sat down in front of God and I prayed to him, like, God, if you can't give me discipline, take my life. Like, there's no reason I should be alive, right? Because I know exactly what I need to do. And that was that one thing that was holding me back. Me not being able to sit down, follow my goals, follow my exact model that is profitable, proven profitability. Just sit down and follow it. And that could lead me to profitability. I just couldn't do that. Why? Because I had no discipline in my life. To build that discipline, you've probably heard it before. To build internal discipline in trading, you need to build discipline externally. I believe that, right? Like, if you're eating like shit, you don't go to the gym, right? You don't, you're not capable of sitting down at the market for what, 10, 15 minutes max. Sit on your hands, just watch the market and see what's happening. You won't make it as a trader at all. There's no reason for you not to be able to just sit down, tell yourself, okay, I'm just gonna wait for my setup. If it doesn't present, I'll step away. If it does present, I'll take it, right? There's no reason you shouldn't be able to do that, like, at all. Why is it so hard when you can game 24/7? You can sit at a market or at a screen for 10 minutes to execute your proper trade and just call it a day, right? That was my main issue. I just couldn't wait. But then I sat in front of God and I prayed. I'm like, if I keep making these stupid ass mistakes again, God, just, I don't deserve to get anything in my life. I don't even deserve to live. Because what's the point of living if I can't build that discipline? If I don't have that little bit of discipline? It's not even a lot. It's a little bit. To not click a fucking mouse, bro. To not right click when I'm on the charts to execute a trade that doesn't make sense. And honestly, ever since I told him that, ever since I asked God to just do that for me, right? Ever since I'm like, okay, well, I can't let God or show God that I'm not deserving, right? Like, I can wait. I know exactly what I need to do. That's when I started executing properly, right? That's when I actually sat down at my computer and was like, okay, if my shit doesn't present, I'm walking away. I'd rather save my money than lose it for no reason. I blew so many fundeds. I blew so many evals just because I couldn't wait for a fucking setup that takes maybe 3 more candles to form. I'll just premature entry, right? Or I wouldn't wait for a candle closure. I'll just take that entry. That was just bullshit that you can't really live with, right? There's no way you can be successful if you just can't wait those extra 2 seconds for a candle to form. And honestly, if you can't do that, there's no reason for you to be trading in the first place, right? But if you know for sure this is your exact goal, this is what you know you need to do, just wait those 2 seconds. Sit down with God. Tell him your problems. Tell him how you know how to fix them, right? And tell him that you will. Pray, 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 pray. And you will fix those problems if you tell God to just take your hands, right? Show you exactly what you need to do. It happens. I've seen it happen. It's happened for me. It's happened for my friends. It's happened for the people I teach. Shit does get better, okay? Like, I literally had $3 in my bank account after spending and getting scammed on a drop shipping course, right? I'm not gonna drop the name of the guy because, like, people probably make money from it, but I didn't. I had $3 in to my name, and I sat there just staring at my screen. I didn't know what to do, right? My marks at school were not good enough to be to get a job or like a proper degree. I'm 19 years old, and I know that school isn't gonna do shit for me, right? I have my parents on my back, like, oh, you need to get good grades, you need to do this shit, you need to do that shit, and I'm just sitting there lying to them what my grades are, right? My parents still don't know what my grades are to this day. I never tell them. I always say, like, oh, I did good, I did that, I did that. They always ask if they can see it. I just never show them, right? Because I know if I show them, they're not gonna be happy, right? And honestly, it's my life. At this point, I don't care because I know exactly what I need to do to reach my end goal in life, and that's to be successful, right? Because from school, I'm not gonna get that success that I really, really want. So now I talked about how my journey was when I just started trading. Now we're gonna get to it when I was getting towards profitability, right? Getting towards earning that money. So pretty much after months of live trading, back testing, right, learning my model, I started seeing what my main issue was, and that was the psych, right? That was that I just couldn't sit still. I couldn't just wait that extra second for an entry, and that was my main issue. So what did I do? Sat down, prayed, knew exactly what I needed to do. I got my brother to hold me accountable, right? in trading, if you can find that one motherfucker who can stick with you till the end, who has the same goals as you, he will make sure you're profitable, right? You need to find that one person. It's way, way, way easier than you just solo riding it out. I know, the underdog story, right? Like, you're just that solo guy who made it in the end. Yes, that's cool as fuck, but like, why would you not just speed up that process with one fucker who wants exactly what you want, right? I held my brother accountable. My brother held me accountable, and that's how we got to profitability, right? Same goes for all my friends who actually trade. We always talked about, yo, this is what we want to do with our, if we get profitable, this is what we want to do. We never talked about like how we can get there, right? What we need to do to get there. We knew it was like, follow your rules, stick to your strat, we could get there. But like, in the end, even when we did that, it wasn't that we lost because of it. It was just because a month of progress, we blew it in a day because we just full ported our accounts for no reason, right? That one crash out led to that shit. And as soon as I'm like, I'm gonna just take my one trade a day, auto lock myself out, call it a day, that's when I saw profitability. If I lost $400 today, I know I can make it back tomorrow because the model presents itself, right? It's statistically proven it presents itself. So why would you blow your entire month's progress for one day, right? What is the point in that? So I just stopped. I stopped caring about it. I'm like, okay, if it doesn't present today, I'll come back tomorrow. If I lost it, I'll come back tomorrow. Because tomorrow is always going to be there. Always. If you blow your shit today, then what the fuck are you supposed to do tomorrow? Tomorrow, if your trade presents, well, now what, right? If you overtrade, now what? Did it give you anything in return? It just ruined your confidence. Yeah, you might overtrade, make your money back, but now your entire psychology is wrong, right? Because now you're going to sit there and be like, okay, well, I made my money back yesterday by overtrading. If you lose today, you're going to do the same shit again. What's the point of that, right? It's not going to help you in the long run at all. So I just sat there, sat on my hands, prayed to God, and I fixed my fucking problems. I knew exactly what I needed to do. Why? Because I didn't have those problems backtesting. So I followed every single thing I did backtesting, just waiting for my proper setup, and it helps. Like, you need to talk yourself through those problems, right? God is there to guide you, but you are the one who can fix them. And then one day, which was like honestly the final straw, I made $10,000 in one day trading. Cliche, 10,000 a month. No, like, I'm not lying when I say this. I put it on everything I love. I made 10,000 in one day, and I blew that shit in a week. 10,000 gone down the fucking drain because I couldn't stick to my rules. I overtraded. I took trades just because I felt like, oh, this one's gonna run. This is that. What the fuck is the point of that, right? I didn't make shit. I lost everything. Like, every single dollar in that account gone, blown. And what did I do? I sat there. I'm like, what the fuck? That was like the lowest point. But after that, I realized that, okay, well, this clearly shows if I make money, I can lose it if I don't stick to exactly what my model shows me, right? So after that, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. A week. That's what I'm going to give myself. A week, I'm going to follow every single thing in my model. I'm going to take one trade, auto lock myself out. I'm going to wait for my setup, and what happens? Boom. A week later, I got a payout, right? It literally happens. It's proven that if you can just stick to your fucking shit for a week, you can stick to it for a month, a year, your whole life. It's just that if you can stick to it that one fucking week, your life will change, bro. Trust me, it fucking will. Okay? So when I took that first payout, did anything in my life change? No. I was happy, but I wasn't content because I knew this is just the start, right? Be happy, don't be content. Because if you're content with a one fucking payout, that's all you're going to get. You're not going to get any more. Be proud of how far you've come, right? I was proud that, oh, wow, a year later, I finally got my first payout. But it was just another fucking Monday for me, bro. I still had to get up tomorrow to trade. I couldn't book a fucking trip to Cabo. I couldn't go anywhere I wanted. It was just a regular day. And then I was like, fuck it, whatever. If I can do it once, I can do it again, right? So I just keep trading. I keep trading. And that's how you get profitable. When you don't cherish the money, when you don't treat money like God, you treat money like a tool for you to be successful. That's how you get profitability. That's literally it. And after that, I started laughing. Like, after that payout, I was like, fuck. It was that easy in the end. I stuck to my rules for a week and I got a payout. It was that fucking easy. There's no difference in it, right? No matter what you do, there's nothing different. You sit down, you take your trade, and you call it a day. That's it. Doesn't matter if you win or lose. Tomorrow always presents itself. Come back tomorrow and you'll fucking win. Okay? So actually do what you preach. I will follow my rules. Do it then. Do it for a week. You think you can't do it for a week? Okay. Do it for a day. Do it for 3 days. It will present. You can do this shit. Just stick to your fucking rules. Alright? And after I got that payout, it's literally another day. There's nothing different. Don't glorify that shit. Because if you glorify it, that's it. That's all you're going to get. Right? All my friends who have gotten payouts, my brother who's gotten a payout, I've gotten a payout. Bro, I literally request the payout and I just walk away. I'm like, alright, whatever. Right? That's all it is. Don't glorify it. Because if you glorify it, that's the last one you're going to get. And I fucking put that on God, bro. Alright? And if you do it once, you can do that shit again. You get one payout, come back tomorrow, you'll get another one. There's no fucking change in it. There's no doubt in my mind that you could get up out of your fucking bed, execute a proper trade after following your rules, and get a payout. It's really not that hard. And one more thing. Don't wake up 2 minutes before market opens. Alright? Wake up an hour and a half before. Have a morning routine. Doesn't matter if you shower, doesn't matter if you cook breakfast, doesn't matter if you have a coffee. Get out of bed an hour and a half before and get ready for the market. You know, shower, get ready for the market, get your brain working, and it will be fine. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, good luck trading the new week, and I'll see you guys in the next video.